Sweet Adamono TV, news at first hand.
Our guest on The Point of View tonight was born on May 12, 1974 in Boku in the Upper East region. Mahama Ayariga pursued his early education in Ghana and Nigeria. He holds a Bachelor of Law LLB from the University of Ghana and a Master of Law LLM from Harvard Law School. Mahama Ayariga began his career as a teaching assistant in Natural Resources Law and International Law at the University of Ghana's Faculty of Law. He co-founded and served as the Executive Director of the Legal Resources Center, focusing on human rights and social justice. Mahama Ayariga has held the following political positions over the years. He was a Member of Parliament for Boku Central, first elected in 2005. He lost his seat in 2008 and was re-elected in 2012, serving to date. He was Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry from 2009 to 2010 under President John Evans Atta Mills. He was Deputy Minister of Education from 2010 to 2012 under President John Evans Atta Mills. He was Minister of Information and Media Relations from 2012 to 2014 under President John Dramani Mahama. He was Minister of Youth and Sports from 2014 to 2015 under President John Dramani Mahama. He was Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation from 2015 to 2016 under President John Dramani Mahama. In January 2025, he assumed the position of Majority Leader and Leader of Government Business in Ghana's 9th Parliament. Mahama Ayariga is married and practices Islam. His father, Frank Abdullahi Ayariga, was the first Member of Parliament for Boku during Ghana's Third Republic.
So that was a quick overview of who the man is. Mahama Ayariga, born 1974, now becoming the majority leader in Parliament. He has 187 members because there are 4 independent candidates who say they want to join the majority side. MPP has 88. There's one matter to be decided. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We haven't met since the election.
That's true.
I'm sure the outcome even shocked even you.
Yeah, we expected to win, but we were surprised that the margin was that significant.
Particularly the parliamentary.
The parliamentary, the presidential, I mean, we knew that people were really dissatisfied with the performance of the NPP as government.
Okay.
And then also we knew that people wanted the NDC, but we didn't expect to actually win the number of seats that we won. And in the seats that, the constituencies that we won, the margins that each member of parliament won with were very significant. And so that to some extent surprised us.
In some regions, you won everything. Upper East, Upper West, Volta,
Upper West,
OT.
Volta, OT, yeah. So you can just see that it was a general pattern of Ghanaians being totally dissatisfied with the NPP as a government, as a political party, and deciding to give the NDC an opportunity.
And yet, so your people were fighting for Ablekuma North, Kankwe Central, Suhum. It's almost like you don't want to leave anything for the MPP. You have almost 100 seats more. Why? Even as we speak, we don't know who's won Ablekuma North. Why are your members so determined to take everything?
Well, you can't blame them for that. At the national level, we have our target. We want to take Parliament. We've taken Parliament. We have a significant number there, above 2/3 now. But at the level of the constituency, you really cannot stop them if they feel that they have won and then they are fighting to have the results declared in their favor. You cannot begrudge them. You allow them to fight it there and then see what the outcome is. It's not that we're not satisfied with the numbers that we have, but we cannot leave anybody behind. So if in that constituency they feel that they won and they are putting up a fight, we fight with them.
But in terms of your new role, did you always know you would be majority leader if you won, or do we? Because the president promised he would list his ministers in 14 days, and I think he's done that. Was it your desire to remain in parliament? Did you have a discussion? Just walk us through how you ended up taking this position.
You know, I was in the ECOWAS parliament for most of the last 8 years. 2 years ago, I took a decision to leave the ECOWAS parliament. And I left ECOWAS and came back. And then you recall the internal changes that we made that brought Honorable Atufosen, Honorable Boa, Agboja and Co. to become the new leadership. And so I came back, left ECOWAS, came back, and then supported them to really establish themselves as the new leadership. And I was very impressed with their performance. They led in a way that really enhanced the chances of the NDC. If you notice, the last 2 years, the caucus really put up quite a stiff, opposition to the ruling government. And we did not leave anything lying low throughout that period. So I worked with them, and then towards the end, to tell you the truth, there were approaches made to me to consider leading the caucus after the elections. So I got some...
But not before. Because there were rumors that when Haruna and Muntaka were to go, you, Ablakwa, and to an extent even Suhini at some point, were considered, I don't think rebels is the right word, but when the leadership of Haruna and Muntaka came under question, because of positions you are taking, which appeared to go against the leadership of the caucus, there were views that you were some sort of rival to Haruna at some point in that discourse, before Kaziel and Co were named.
Well, that was the beginning of the parliament. And that was actually even the beginning of the last parliament, not this parliament, the beginning of the last parliament, the 7th parliament. Because at that time, there was some misunderstanding regarding how we treated Ajaku, Honorable Ajaku, when he was nominated as Minister for Energy. It led to some thinking that there was a rift between myself and Honorable Haruna Iddrisu. But that has really never been the case. I think at that time we probably were a bit over exuberant, but it wasn't a deliberate decision to undermine his authority as the leader. But subsequently we apologized, and then we tried as
you were forced to apologize because you were very strident that you were right, but for the sake of the party, you had to.
Well, I mean, yes, I was made to apologize, which I did. But in my relationship with Haruna, the idea that I had undermined him as a leader was not a matter that was being adjudicated upon by anybody. It was just a matter between the two of us and our relationship. And that's the sense in which I said I had to apologize to him and let him understand that it wasn't that we deliberately went out there to undermine him. I mean, to tell you the truth, we were reacting to what we felt Ajaku himself had done to John Dramani Mahama, the kind of things that he had said about John Dramani Mahama. And so when there were approaches to us and we felt that, well, you have been accusing John Dramani Mahama of being corrupt and you are approaching us in this sense, whether it's you or through third parties. So
you are repeating that there were approaches. You are still saying there were approaches to members of the minority.
I've never said we're not approached. I have consistently taken.
So what did you apologize for?
Well, I apologized because the speaker said the committee had recommended that I should apologize. And I apologized.
So you believe that there were improper approaches to your side to seek to influence the way the vetting would go?
Not I believe. I indicated that there were improper approaches to our side.
Wow.
And a committee